All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the plane. We are back with Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies, Part 7. We're finally starting, I think, trial day number 2. We got through the investigation. We finally have some evidence. We have evidence that that one loser actually committed the murder. It took us a while, but we got our evidence. So now we just need to bring it to court and put this thing to rest. I'm excited. Obviously, there's going to be a third day, so we're actually really not even close to the end of this, but a man can dream. But we're going to keep on playing here. If you want to hop over, we stream these live here on YouTube and over on Twitch. Feel free to join in all the craziness. You get to hear my ramblings before and after stream. So I'd love to have you here, but if not, enjoy the show. All right. Hey, Gare, how you doing? Good to see you, Gare. We're gonna hop right in here. I think we're on, I guess this one looks right. This guy, I know this guy. Who is this guy? April 19, 9:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, we're jumping right into this. Okay. I wasted no time. Court is now in session. All rise. Yay, I'm not standing up. Bunk. I'm staying seating. Maybe I should stand up. I should switch to stand up mode so I don't fall asleep again. In my defense, last time I should not have drunk the wine. I didn't realize how sleepy that would make me. This time we're just going back to normal tea. So we'll be fine. Court is back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice defense team leader is ready, Your Honor. Athena Sykes, assistant defender, is ready too, Your Honor. Jeju Pre. I don't know. Maybe I should just go very American. That way you guys can't make fun of me. So, J. Suis Pret. That way you can't make fun of my pronunciation. So, how about that? Before I get to go home. No. Have a good shower, though.
As chipper as ever, I see, and in French, no less. And the prosecution?
What's up, Blackwell?
Very well done. By the way,
he's like, all right, close enough.
I asked Detective Fulbright to provide us sturdier shackles today. There will be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it.
Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. Gosh, I hope so, man. It would be nice. It would be nice, but, you know. He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game of Simon Says. Yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor today. Your baldness. Oh, immediately got him with the baldness. It's plain to see that all you see. What is it? What's the Family Guy thing? I forgot, man. I'm such a fake Family Guy fan. I haven't watched Family Guy in years, though. I used to watch the Family Guy full episodes free on YouTube all the time at college. Non-stop. One second. Okay. Big development. I have been gifted another milkshake. This time by my mother. I have a strawberry milkshake, and this is awesome. So I guess we're putting... Actually, I'm going to finish this cup of tea. At least. But I will be switching to a milkshake, I guess. Man, that's so good. I can't. I gotta pick one. I gotta pick tea or milkshake now. A W mom. Can we have a W mom? Last time it was W dad. Now we have W mom. All right. That was a big tangent. Went from Family Guy to milkshakes, but let's keep going. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement.
I have? I don't know if I'd say that.
Well, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. Yeah. Take down the font. You know, that's not how I would describe. Oh, Okay, well, my brain isn't working right now. I read that totally wrong, Gare, but yes, we will take down the flower fondling guy. Oh man. This is a crazy way to start this stream, but whatever. That was the look of the one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you've been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court. One thing you could not possess.
The crown jewels of the court?
Now, at long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse?
Oh, so you don't mind if I do it then?
I'll make a special exception, just this once. Here we go again. You are doing so good, Judge. Yep, more of Blackwell's mind games. Bonk.
Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make an opening statement myself. In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim alderman, Rex QB, was the amazing Ninetails. We also learned that the amazing Ninetails was a key figure in the yokai craze and anti-murder protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex QB's secret identity, Mayor Damien Tenna murdered him.
Hey! Judge, you can't say that. You can't just say that. Where's Apollo to be like, no, we don't know that.
The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. Only the people in that tightly locked room were the defendant and the victim. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party, but further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room.
Ergo,
we must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive.
Hey, Judge, knock it off. Snap out of it.
Did I say something wrong?
Yes, you did. You can't just do that. That was quite astonishing. You truly outdone yourself this time.
Oh, one more thing to boast about to my grandchild.
Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. Bonk.
Oh then, it seems the prosecution has called in new witness to testify.
The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation?
The feathers and tracks, weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed?
That was but an act to protect his daughter.
Oh, yes, of course. I had suspected as much.
Oh my gosh, bruh. This judge is just really, really not doing good today. He said he would be on his A game, but he's not. Wait, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the mayor's maid, Jinxie Tenma. Objection! The prosecution is engaging in a mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? I would. For I am ready to prove the little scamp is the one behind Tenma Taro's farce. Witness testimony? I'll bet he means Filch. That creep. Wait. Filch and that creep LaBelle. Bonk. We already had Filch, though. Didn't we already have Filch on the stand? I thought we did.
Very well, then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness?
Oh man, here we go.
Mr. Filch, you made quite a hasty exit yesterday. See that it doesn't happen again today.
Been known for my hasty retreats since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine.
Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip.
He broke free from 5? I mean, I hate the guy, but I guess he's good. I guess all the bailiffs could suck, but I don't know. I don't think so. Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Yipes! Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. I agree, actually. That probably would work. Maybe not the neck, but we could chain him to the podium. That probably would be smart. Or the stand, whatever this thing is called. Yipes, no please. I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement now. Yes, sir. Mr. Blackhead, sir. He may be a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give up easy type. Bonk.
Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime.
All right, here we go. The yokai is Jinxie. Yeah, Mataro's really that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the 10 Mataro I saw, it was just a little thing about her size. But that little runt had a big old staff, and I seen it when she came into the foyer. Bitch, she stole it from the forbidden chamber after stumbling onto the crime scene. She was gonna use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation, I just know it. Okay. Oh yeah, we had that thing about, turns out Jinxie sleepwalks or something like that. And like, it like makes her look possessed or something like that.
So, Tenmataro was short in stature. And that's because it was Miss Jinxie Tenma all along?
You betcha. Besides, all the rest in the manor were way taller than her. Feigning height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like that defendant could never pass for short. What if the Tenmataro impersonator was walking on their knees? Weren't no knee walking. I seen it myself.
Then perhaps the yokai really was Miss Tenma after all.
Bruh, let me cross-examine before you start saying things. What is up with the judge today? He's just lost it. He's truly lost it. All the monsters are not but tricks, either of mind or cheap parlor variety.
So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things?
Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in truth, it was simply the janitor.
Ho ho ho, Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost. Literally.
The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are no doubt partially to blame. The fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. The janitor? What did you guys do to the janitor? What did you guys do to the janitor? Why does he need vengeance? That actually sounds like a real ghost to me. Bonk. I wonder if that's like a reference to the actual like Filch from Harry Potter. I don't know if they would reference Harry Potter. I guess they could. That'd be way too niche of a reference. I mean, people know Filch, but to reference him as the janitor, but I mean, I guess Filch is a janitor here. No, he's like a, what is Filch here? A housekeeper? Anyway.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
All right. Let's cross-examine. Damn, Mataro's... I don't want to read this right now. Let's just go to the... Hold it. Mr. Filch, You and Mr. LaBelle mentioned something about a practice yesterday. Do you deny the so-called lesson was about what you were supposed to say in court? No, you got it all wrong. Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? Oh, it was, what was it again? Yipes, now I remember math, you know, numbers and stuff. He's completely under Blackwell's control, too. Anyway, that Tim Mataro was that little maid gal. What's the difference? Okay. You said it was little. I think this is the thing that's probably wrong. I take it you got a good look at how tall the Temataro impersonator was. Yeah, you betcha. I got a habit of sizing people up. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off, all under the table natch. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I size them real good before I relieve them of their valuables. You just admitted to being a pickpocket right here in court.
Does the witness hold that this Tenmataro entered the foyer?
Could we also, like, not forget the fact that he's a pickpocket and, you know, probably should arrest him too, but, you know, not under this, not right now, I get that, but we should remember that, right? He just admitted that? Just gonna let that go? Okay, alright. Alright. Darn right I do. Okay. I actually don't know if that was it. Maybe it was the staff? Well, you're not gonna brush it all off by claiming the purpose short. must have hit a raw nerve because you ain't that tall yourself. Look who's talking, mister. I've got to stand on a box just to testify. I never noticed that he is standing on a box. That's really good. Anyway, Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you say that Tenmataro you saw had a staff? Cross my heart, hope to die. I know, because it went jingle jangle. And where do you suppose that staff came from? The staff, you say? Well, Okay, where did it come from? She stole it from the Forbidden Chamber, but nobody had been in there. I suppose you meant to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to go get one. Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor. So it had to be the Forbidden Chamber. Oh, really? The stench of LaBelle is thick in the air today. Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by pretending to be Tenmataro? I guess that's what Filter's trying to say. Could Jinxie have even entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to?
There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place?
Well, I've got my hunches about that. Okay, that was a long press. So that's probably the thing I need to focus on. But we'll press this one too, because we do them all. Wallop you? Why would the so-called yokai want to do that? That little maid girl never did like me. I don't think anyone likes you, Filch. She always hightails it when I come around. She sticks these weird papers on my noggin. She probably thinks of him as of the dreaded Tanuki monster of QB Manor or something. We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Tenmataro. Hey, Choi, how are you doing? Good to see you, Choi. We're just reading through some Ace Attorney, figuring out. Well, we already know who did the murder, but the characters need to figure it out. Good to see you, Choi. But I have no idea how we're gonna do that. All we have to prove is that it was impossible for Jinxie to turn into Tenmataro. And that might be easier than you think. Really? Now's our chance. Our chance to expose the real Tenmataro for all to see. Alright. So I think it is this one. She stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. So I'm pretty sure somewhere in here, there's got to be something. The killer. the key that the mayor took from the killer and swallowed it. Okay. This is it. Because it says that she broke into the Forbidden Chamber after she came to the crime scene. So that means Mayor Tenma would have already swallowed the key. So yeah. Objection. Just have to trust myself. Just drinking my milkshake. It would seem that Tenmatara was in fact not this innocent little girl. Huh? How do you figure that? You claim the Tenmatara you saw had one of those staves from the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been impossible for Miss Tenma to get a hold of one.
Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice?
The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Tenma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Tenmataro seen holding that staff could not have been Jinxie Tenma.
Ah! What?
Rapid firing these voices. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
But, and who does the defense believe it was impersonating Tenmataro?
Our Tenmataro impersonator is none other than the mayor. You didn't let me finish my sentence. Such an accusation, beg. You didn't let me finish my accusation. Let me accuse him before I get to say. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is a yokai we see? Also, we were talking about the aide. LaBelle, this guy. Yeah, in fact, I can. Bonk.
Very well. Let's see where the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof the true identity of the Tenmataro impersonator.
I'm pretty sure this is the lotion. Or whatever it was. I think it's this, right? The hand cream. Because it was in the Forbidden Chamber. We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. We know that whoever was Tenmataro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for.
But Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner?
I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. I don't think we need to do that. Because he literally told us he's the only one who gets to have these. He doesn't give these to anyone else except himself. So, it's his. But fingerprints would help. It might tell us to who it belongs to.
Interesting. So, what you expect to find the yokai's prints there? Very well. I hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint results.
Oh, this time we're gonna, actually take a break? Most of the time when they do this, they'll be like, oh, let's just keep going. And then it happens, in the background. But now we're actually taking a break. Okay. No need for that, your baldness. Okay, here we go. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. You called Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh, you called him? That's not how that's what... You're not supposed to be called by him. Could anyone be more whipped? Yeah. Fulbright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command. Why? He's the one in jail, dude. Oh, man. Poor guy.
Very well done. I guess we'll just wait right here.
I wonder if they're using, Emma Sky's, thingy. Because I remember Emma had that fingerprint analysis device that she used all the time. It'd be kind of fun, but I don't think they're going to show it. It seems the fingerprint analysis is complete.
What do the results show?
What in the world? They're Florent LaBelle's prints, aren't they?
This is absurd.
Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm not going to like this, am I?
Don't tell me. Oh, they're Tenmataro's prints?
Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to... Who is it? It's got to be Florent LaBelle, right? Phoenix Wright. Crazy. Phineas Filch? Huh? Oh, I guess we have the, we have that charred... Oh, I guess they're not showing the charred version, but there was one of these in the Forbidden Chamber, but it was, like, burned to a crisp. That's how I feel too, Neon. How you doing? Welcome in, Neon. Good to see you.
Objection!
Wait. What? What? What was he doing in there? And Mr. LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
No breaking those. Don't go break them. Oh, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself now. Sure, the imprints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after all. Oh. Interesting. Why is he not aura farming anymore? When was he aura farming, Neil? You can never, as a main character for the Ace Attorney games, you only get to aura farm at the end of the case and then after you retire. Like right now, Phoenix Wright, always aura farming. But when he was actually in his trilogy, he only aura farmed at the very end of the case. Otherwise, he's just a buffoon who stumbles his way through cases. So Apollo has not reached that part of the aura farming. He has not completed the case, and he is not not retiring yet. He was looking pretty cool when he was wrapped up in bandages. So I guess it's when you're at the end of the case, when you're retired, or if you are like mortally wounded. That's the only time you get to aura farm. But besides that, if you're a main character, you just look like a bumbling idiot. So we got 3 chances. Unless he gets shot, maybe Blackwell's actually going to kill him and then he gets the aura farm. But for right now, he just has to suffer. He has to be cringe like the rest of us. Oh, man. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after all. So, you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? Yay. Good job. Good job, Saribot. So, what if I did? Got a problem with it? Why were you in the Forbidden Chamber? Man, Saribot did another one. Good job. Yipes! You fool of a Tanuki! What did he do in there, man? Bonk, bonk, bonk!
Order, order! Mr. Justice, can you explain what this could mean?
I don't know. Ask him. I thought it was somebody else. Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber... Wait a second. Does that mean Ted Mataro holding the staff was Phineas Filch? Yeah, it's another cat out of the bag. It was you? But what is that? Why? That means there's 4 people involved in this murder.
Mr. Filch is Tenmataro?
Alright. I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? Bonk.
The witness will explain himself this incident.
Begging your pardon, your honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to be Tenmataro in the village exorcism ritual. Oh, you mean that event at the Nine Tails Vale Festival? Okay, so he was just wearing it during that. Okay. So that was you inside the Tenmataro costume. Yep. And after the event, I went to watch a pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers? Jobbers. That's me. I'm a jobber. I have a job. I'm a jobber. Cringe jobber. So, he didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at the Temataro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And because of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the village won't say a word.
In other words, you use these superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible.
Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because of the treasure there. Thought that was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it. Treasure. Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it. Guess that's the one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson. Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Oh, we have our ad break soon. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in. Yeah, I could get through the air vent in the foyer. Okay. The vent's left of the alderman's picture. I went on in and made a nice little hole. Used that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber, I did. You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a sec. Yes. Remember that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? That was so annoying. Because when you pointed out that air vent, they were like, no, nobody can use that vent. That's impossible. That's so mean. You can't just say that. You can't be like, well, no one can use that air vent. You would have to say like, I wonder if anyone could use that. Not, no one can use this air vent. At least they didn't make us figure it out. It's like being told to us, but like, come on. Come on, man. All right, we have an ad break. I hope we get some interesting ads. I will fill you in with what you missed out on. And I'll see you in a bit. So, Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how we got from the foyer vent into the Forbidden Chamber vent.
So London Mataro is nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather a tanuki burglar. And we're back to being without anyone in charge of the alderman's murder.
Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker. Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? I got out that costume right quick. Would have just caused trouble at that point. And where's that costume now? Heck if I know. And it ain't my fault if you never find it. Where did you leave it? Let's start with that. Where did you leave it? The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manner. What's up, Neon? What if it was tossed outside the manor? Ah! Out the window? Oh, that's why it looked like it was fine. No way! But maybe, just maybe? Bonk, bonk, bonk.
The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice.
Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here? Let me make a save. Out the window! The window. Actually, this is the first story window. I've seen that the New York Knicks have a huge match today. I think so. I also learned, and now here's a tangent. Here's a tangent. I found out a couple days ago, or a week ago, I don't know when, that the NBA finals are like a best out of 7. Why is it a best out of 7? Or best 4 out of 7 or whatever it is? That's too many games. That's too many games. Why? Why do they need to play possibly 7 times in a row? Or I guess it'd be best 5 out of 7. My bad. I know how to do math. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Hope they were fun and entertaining. I'm talking about that I just found out that the NBA finals are a best 5 out of 7. None of the other games in the whole league season, whatever, are best out of whatevers. They're all just, you play once, the winner moves on. I can't think of a single other sport except for baseball, which I think does the same thing according to the person who told me this. Why do they need to play best? Just play once and whoever wins, wins. Why is it a best 5 out of 7 for basketball? Just play once. I know in reality, it's probably because now you have at least 5 games worth of people buying tickets, people buying food, going to the stadiums or whatever, you know? But like, come on, man. Really? Do we need to play 5 games to figure out who's the better team? Just play once. Every single other sport does that. It's definitely like a scam. I was just so blown away when I found that out, that they have to play at least 5 matches for the finals. It's such a scam. Like, bro, play one game. And whoever wins, wins. So yeah, I found that out. And I can't believe no one has ever talked about that. That's so insane that they have a best 5 out of 7. At least 2 out of 3. If you're going to do it, which I think is dumb, I still think it's stupid. At least do a 2 out of 3. Why 5 out of 7? Why do they need to play 5 times? You know? I don't know, man. Oh, perfect time for you to subscribe. Hello, Maria. What are your opinions on the NBA Finals? Do you also think that 5 games is really stupid? I have none. Me either. Honestly, me either. Yeah. I know nothing about basketball. The only thing I know about basketball, this was college, I think. Whatever the big March Madness, March Madness. When I was in, I think, 9th grade, the school I was going to had a March Madness bracket thing, and the winner would get like whatever. What I did to fill out my bracket was I saw that next to the team names there were numbers. Turns out that was just like the order that they like signed up in, or maybe like their seed rank or whatever. It had nothing to do with skill. It had nothing to do with like this team was better than the other. They just like, when they started off, they were like, all right, here's team number 1, here's team number 2, here's team number 3. And so what I did was I took my bracket and I just said whoever had the lower number would move on to the finals. You know, like they would win that match. I fill out the whole bracket like that, just basically matching their seed rank. And I got 3rd place. And like there were a lot of people in that school who were like following the games and like following the teams. And I got 3rd place by just picking the seed numbers. Being like, well, I thought it meant that the team was, I thought like number 1 was like the best team. And they were like, no, number 1, that's just like the first team that got like generated when they set up the schedule. And I'm like, well, it worked. I don't think I wasn't perfectly accurate, but I was pretty close. Enough to get 3rd place. So I don't know. That's my only experience with basketball. I think it's fun. You know, I don't know much about it. I get why people like it. It's a fun game. But now that I found out they have that stupid 5 out of 7 thing, that is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That is the dumbest thing. I want to know why they picked 5 out of 7. I want to know why they didn't just say, let's play one more game. And whoever wins, wins. No other sport does that, excluding baseball, from what I know. Apparently baseball does, which if baseball does it too, that's also just as stupid. Just play one match and whoever wins, wins. You know? All the other hundreds of matches in the first part of the season were fair. Why does this one need to be played multiple times? It's just a scam. It's got to be a scam to get people to pay more money for more tickets. I think I heard like the first possible final match is like $10,000 for tickets or something. Like, huh? What do you mean 10 grand a ticket? Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I know other sports, the tickets are crazy, but like, now you got 5 games worth of thousands of dollars of tickets. Oh man, no wonder people pirate stuff. Anyway, that's my opinions on the NBA. So, but besides that, I don't really know anything about it. The game is fine. I have no issues with the game. I just think that 5 out of 7 is the dumbest thing in the world. If he's asleep or not during the game. Oh man. I will not get political on this channel, but that is a great bet. That is a great bet. We'll see. I'm certainly awake, but I'm not paying attention, but that's just because I'm not a basketball guy. That is funny. We'll see who wins the bet. All right. All right, Neon. Enjoy the burb. Let's keep going. All right, we're talking about a stupid demon costume, and I ranted about the NBA Finals for too long. It's fine. Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed it out the window? Oh, that costume cost me a pretty penny. You stole that costume. You stole that costume, dude. So why would I go do something like that? I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? I was kind of lying. I have no idea. Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, then the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might just have the thing to prove what happened to that costume. Phineas Filch. Also, how are you doing, Katat? Bro, I always mess up your name. I'm sorry, Katyasha. How are you doing? Welcome in. We are playing some Ace Attorney right now, some Dual Destinies. We're having a good time. Phineas Filch, I have just the evidence for you. You do? This evidence proves you got rid of your Tenmatara costume through the window. Wrong. Misinput. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Misinput. No, I had to start over. Okay, it's not too far back. I was trying to pause the game to save it, and I presented the wrong evidence. I know it's the newspaper. All right. All right, let's try this again here. Man, I don't know where this milkshake came from, but this is really good. Man, this is so good. Okay, now let's make an actual save instead of presenting it wrong. All right, is this one? Oh no, it is a strawberry milkshake, but I don't know. The normal strawberry milkshake we get is it tastes different than this. Oh, I don't know where this one's from, but it's very tasty. Very tasty. All right. See, there was a burb. He must have hucked that thing. Ah, that's Timataro flying through the sky.
And thus how does this prove Mr. Filch threw his costume through the window?
To the walls. Do not finish that lyric. It's quite simple. That's not Timataro in the photo. It's the costume Mr. Filch threw out. Oh, that's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Timataro really was a flight of fancy. What? Yikes. Oh, man. I can't wait to move out so my parents don't have to hear me be stupid. Oh, man.
Oh, my. So, there really never was a yokai.
I can't keep any of them cats bagged. What? I just lost the voice. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This more than proves the defense's position. Jinxie Tenma had nothing to do with the staging the yokai sighting.
Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell?
He's like, I guess not. None whatsoever. I'll deal with that Trixie Tanuki after I've dealt with this case. Yeah, kill him. You know what? Kill him. We did it. Yeah, but now Mr. like the Mayor Tenma, we got to do him too. Good going. Now all we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand. Oh, okay, there we go.
Objection.
Wait, but we don't have any evidence for him anymore because if... Oh, man. Because if Filch had the hand cream, I don't know if we have any way to prove it was him. Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Huh? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Probably the same way he got in? Through the chamber's air vent. And what of the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? They would suggest the Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent. But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. All right. I think. Someone on the outside opened the door for you, isn't that right? Yep, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open. Oh, is that where LaBelle would come into play? Because we know from the cutscene we saw him open the door. But I guess he's going to say that Jinxie opened it, so we're going to have to prove that Florent LaBelle opened the door. Sprung right open? Who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on account of the sun glare.
Like how the reflection from my head blinds the fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark.
Good input, Judge. Good input. That's when I snatched that staff and made my daring escape. And then that little mad maid gal spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall. That means that the Forbidden Chamber wasn't opened until after the crime was discovered. But wait, we still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox Chamber.
Objection.
Well, you little Tanuki. When the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there? Nope, only one there was the alderman, and he was dead on its doornail. Oh, he was alone? If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. So you're saying Mayor Tenma... But if he did that, then... Oh, enjoy your lurk. Have a good shower. Oh, and thank you for the hydration. I appreciate that.
Mambo.
And a stretch and a mambo. Thank you. Have a good shower. Enjoy your lurks. So, I guess, but he said that Alderman attacked him with this after he killed him or something.
Ah, don't tell me.
Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused Damien Tenma. I don't know. Wait a second. There had to be someone else besides Mayor Tenma there.
Really? And who might that be?
Oh well, that would be...
Objection.
It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. You didn't even let her say. I didn't forget, I was just testing your attention to details. Fuck.
It strikes you can't prove your point without some proof of some sort is a proven fact.
Sorry. Guess I put my foot in my own mouth again? Why does he have a hawk? Because it's cool. Because it's cool, Neon. Do you need a better reason than it's cool? Kewl. He has attacked me multiple times, so that is kind of annoying. No, Athena, we're definitely onto something here. We are? Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand. Someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber. And by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Ah, not that insufferable. Yeah, I know, we all hate him, but I think he did it, so we kind of gotta call him in. Sorry, Blackwell. I actually agree with you on this. I don't like this guy either. Bonk.
Very well, the court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up?
Phoenix Wright. He did it. That'd be so funny. I am like 100% sure it's him, but I'm also a little baby. So let's just call him to the stand. All right. He's only 33. Gosh, he sounds like he's like 80.
Why, that's the defendant's aide, Flaunt LaBelle. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the same time of the crime?
True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know, Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at the time. In short, Mr. LaBelle's alibi has disappeared. Florent LaBelle's alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking in the Forbidden Chamber. And in return, he said we'd vouch for each other's alibi. Ooh. So he caught you in the Forbidden Chamber, meaning he was going in.
Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know.
I mean, they don't really try anyone for perjury in this. People do it all the time and then they just move on. Perjury means nothing in this court system. Oh, shucks. Mercy, your honorship, mercy. Arr! Peck him to death. Kill him. Gouge out his eyes. I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be a complete fabrication.
I see. Well, we will take a 20-minute recess. After which time we will see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself.
Yes. We're finally going to drag the slippery snake onto the stand.
In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations.
Bonk. I'm really interested to see how they're going to take Blackwell's character. Like, is he going to be someone who's like, I'm just going to win no matter what? I get a feeling that he's probably going to be like, once he realizes who like the actual culprit is, I think he's going to like accept it. He seems like someone who's like cares about justice, you know, and like the right thing. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with him. April 19th, 10:25 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. We did it, Apollo. We're not even close to being done, Athena, but sure. We finally dragged Mr. LaBelle into court. Yeah. Hey, why the long face? We're not even close to being done, Athena. So much work to do. I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to mount a counterattack. You really are a worry rat, aren't you? It'll be fine. That mystery figure who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch Had to have been Florent LaBelle. I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though. At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo. All right, we're going right back in. April 19th, 11 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. I'm just finishing up my milkshake. Because I don't want him to have any pleasantries. Oh, look at this man. Bonk! Allow me to pour another cup of tea. Out of milkshake. Now we are back to tea. Welcome back, Gare. How are you doing? We finally got this loser on the stand. Thank you for the call you keep.
Court is back in session. Our next witness is...
Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter.
Seems the witness is predisposed at the moment.
Someone cut off cell service to this building, please. Come on. Surely you jest. I will hold you to your promise, remember that? The flower fondler, yes. Kill him! Oh no, it's the Joker. Actually, he is kind of the Joker right now. His hair changes all the time, though. He changes his hair color, like, every time we see him. But yes, I guess right now he is technically the Joker, and I kind of hate it. Oh, man. Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Florent LaBelle, personal aide to Mayor Tenma, or should I say the accused. Ouch, like that poor mayor hasn't suffered enough. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Is he the Joker? No, he's not the Joker. The Joker is way cooler than this guy. I don't really care about the Joker. I think the Joker is fine, but... Oh, man. Man. Kind of wish it was the Joker. I wish it was Heath Ledger's Joker. I don't actually know anything about Jokers. I just know that people don't like that Joker. So I figured I'd say that one. But I think he's the bad one. I don't know. I don't know anything about Jokers. You know what he's not, though? He's not the Lego Joker. Lego Batman Joker is the best Joker. From the movie, that's the best Joker. Lego Batman is probably the best Batman movie. As someone who hasn't seen a single Batman movie. The Lego Batman movie is the only Batman movie I've ever seen. So, yeah. Lego Batman, the best Batman movie. Fight me. Because I haven't seen any other Batmans, because I don't... Actually, no, I saw Batman versus Superman. That was kind of interesting. But I feel like Batman just turned into Iron Man, you know? But like an edgy Iron Man. Oh, did Heath Ledger die? Well, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad for saying he's the bad one. Now I feel bad if he's dead. I was gonna say, how about another joke? No. No. You know how I got these scars? Oh, man. Your baldness.
All right. Mr. Vilcher's testimony has been revealed a hole in your alibi. And for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand.
To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Not even going to justify Googling what lurid means. Well, I'm not. So, may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to. No. That's not how this works. I don't think so, Mr. LaBelle. Do you realize what serious crime you've committed? Bonk.
Witness, you are being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air.
Fine. The truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason. It's still a crime. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. Still a crime. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry. That's a crime. You think this is funny? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the time of the crime? Peasant, how dare you accuse me? One of the beautiful people of being... Athena's like, just shut up, man. Just shut up. Stop talking. Stop it. Enough. I really want Athena to just crack and just like rip him a new one. Stop stalling and tell the court what you really were doing at the time of the crime. Yes, Athena. Get him. Like, knock off. Cut it out. Just tell us what's up.
Silence.
Was that Blackwell? Enough jabbering. Suplex him. She has the same thing Alice has in ZZZ? What? The, oh my gosh, who's Alice? Is Alice the, she's the fencer, right? Man, I know nothing about ZZZ anymore. Is Alice the fencer? The mood robot? Oh, I was like, no, I think that's Arya. No, I see. Alice has a little mood robot? The bunny fencer. Oh, I didn't know she had a little mood robot. That's cool. Yeah, the mood robot is really funny in this. I think it's funny. Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Be gone, ye of cowardly heart! The battlefield hath no place for ye. Again? At least Apollo isn't scared. Oh my. Spare me, please! We're fine. He's not gonna kill anyone. No much for sturdier shackles. Yeah! Those chains hindered my vow that heads would roll this day. This gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning. Will the witness please deliver the accused death knell? You know what I speak of. Oh, certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. Oh my god, I want Blackwell to murder this guy. Whatever he has to say can't be good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream. What? Then, drumroll please, I saw Mayor Tenma opening the forbidden chamber doors. But, there you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door as witnessed by one Phineas Filch. It was the accused. There was never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling at the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed the alderman. Isn't that what Jinxie said to us? I think, yeah, Jinxie told us he said that. That's right, the mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. That's tough.
He confessed?
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order in the court. It is quite a conclusive testimony if it stands.
Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned this fact during the recess. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. No way, I don't believe Mr. LaBelle heard a mayor confess.
But is this really true? Did Mayor Tenma really confess?
It is indeed. During that last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. Okay, so she did say that. Okay. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess.
The testimony is quite favorable to the prosecutions.
Mrs. LaBelle, yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling it my little shindig. Shindig Mayor Tenma's conviction gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor, and for his defense, ha ha!
Well, as it seems our witness is very busy, man, let's get right to this testimony. Mr. LaBelle, please tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime.
He just did, though. He already did. All right, what do you got for us? I was in the hallway, hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession. Okay. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. All right. Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. In shock, I fled down the hallway to the right, to the one with the phone at the end. Okay.
I must say, this is a shocking revelation. Quite unexpected. To think the defendant actually confessed and there to his crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so he confided in his daughter. You do realize you should have not withheld this such crucial testimony from the court.
Once again, sorry. Oh my god, put this man in jail. Bro is not sorry. I just feared of being accused if I mentioned coming upon that most unpleasant scene. Yeah, but now you are being accused. Why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy? You better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty. As the death row inmate once told me years ago, in years gone by, there is a time to fight and a time to yield. A time to live and a time to die. He's laying it on real thick now. Bonk.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
All right, here we go. Let's cross-examine. What did LaBelle see? All right, first one. You claim that the mayor confessed to his daughter. Are you sure about that? Peasant, you wouldn't dare ask such a question if you truly understood. True beauty is never wrong. It's not? No, beauty is carved deep in the DNA. That means I'm programmed to always be right, even when I'm wrong. Okay, all right. I'm not following. I really hope this guy dies at the end of the game. That's really mean. But at least hope he never comes back. I hope he's a one-and-done villain. I don't want him to come back again. These exquisite ears are like flowers abloom. These eyes that shine like pearls. This hair that's fine as silk. Nothing can corrupt the truth they hold. Right.
The witness will hurry up and explain the truth of his. Specifically, what did Jinxie Tenma do upon hearing the confession?
How did Miss Tenma appear to you? Oh, the poor little thing seemed positively heartbroken, all teary-eyed and whatnot. I couldn't help but shed a few tears myself after seeing her like that. He actually sympathized with Jinxie? No, he didn't. He's lying. Seems like an overly human emotion for him. Roasted. What? You're a human? You feel emotions? You don't look like a human. Yeah, because he's the only real monster we've seen so far, in looks and in character. The next thing I did was check my face in the mirror. Checked your face? Why? To behold the beauty that is my sadness, why else? Apollo, I'm starting to lose all faith in humanity. Just lose faith in him. I know the feeling, but hang in there. At least keep faith in our client. Bonk.
Let's keep this moving, shall we? So what happened next?
After that, okay. He opened the forbidden chamber? Well, why would he do that? Who knows? Maybe he wanted to free the demon Tenmataro. The courtroom is no place for fairy tales. Remember, you are under oath. Hello, Labelle speaking. Yes, I will certainly explore this matter, Turtles. Now, where were we again? You were going to tell us the real reason why the mayor opened the forbidden chamber. Oh, yes, of course. Bro has no idea. Bro can't even lie. Hello, this is Labelle. Ah, good one. So, you are absolute riot. Okay, bye. You were saying? Oh my god. Never mind. This is a waste of time. He's just gonna tell more lies.
The witness will focus on his testimony, not his phone calls. Now tell the court what you did after you saw the mayor open the forbidden chamber.
Well, after that... Oh my gosh. Why couldn't you just come up with a lie? Yeah, kind of a joker. Can you lock in, please? Please do something. Be better. Just do better. Just do better. Okay. What was Mr. Filch like at the time? He was shouting, I can't see. I can't see. It's the cursed Tenma Taro. Then he took off running like a madman. He must have been blinded by the sudden light flooding in. Wrong. What? He set his eyes upon me, and was thus blinded by my radiant beauty. Yeah. Yeah, so it was the curse of Florent Labelle rather than Tenmataro. Yes, I'm afraid such beauty can be a curse. It's almost criminal. It is almost criminal. It is criminal. It is criminal. You are criminal. You are a criminal. Hey, he got his chains back. The only thing criminal here is your ceaseless jabbering. Now, get on with your testimony. Oh, forgive me, your darkness. Let's see. Oh, yes, I fled for dear life from Tenmataro and... Alright. Last one here. So, after you fled into the hallway with the phone at the end, Tenmataro ran off toward the foyer? Precisely. Notice any inconsistencies, Apollo? Well, Jinxie also saw Tenmataro, right? She did. She said they passed each other in the hall after she made the call to the police. Well, if Labelle had fled down the hall where the phone is, Jinxie would have seen him when she was returning from making her call. Oh, right. If she saw him, she would have definitely asked him for help. Right. It just doesn't make any sense. Time to review the evidence. If we don't find some way to poke a hole in this testimony, Mayor Tenma is as good as guilty. This is bad, very bad. We need to find an inconsistency, a mistake, some kind of conflict. It's all over if we can't find a flaw in the prosecution's case. Alright, so yeah, I think it is this last one then. Let's make a save. The other thing is, I don't know what evidence to use. Maybe Jinxie has a testimony that we could use. Because that's what I was thinking. In this map here, Jinxie was... Do I have a cursor? I do. Jinxie went in, saw the body, ran out, called the phone, and then when she was coming back, Tenmataro was running here to make a phone call. But he's saying... Labelle is saying that he also went here. So Jinxie and the guy should have both been here at the same time. So I just need to find... Did she have a testimony, maybe? Jinxie's statement. For leaving the scene, calling the police, they passed... Okay, so I think it would be this. Objection! I will say, I don't know if it's just this case. I feel like they're making these really easy. I don't remember the last case if that was, but that was a tutorial case. This, like, they straight up told me the answer in that press. They just said there's an inconsistency there. You know, like that. I don't know. I feel like they're, and the last one was also super easy. The presses just give you the answer. I don't know if that's all the cases. I'm gonna keep pressing because I want to hear all the lines, but like, I don't know if they made this game a lot easier or if they're just like they're gonna ramp it up in the next case. But like, this has been really easy so far. I really haven't had to think at all for this case. I think I kind of did in the first one, but not that much. So I don't know if they're just making it easy, which I guess it's fine. But there's not been a lot of like thinking in this case, just been like doing the stuff, you know, which is fine. The story's still fun, but I don't really feel challenged right now. I'm sure the next testimony, I'm going to be struggling and I'm going to spend 2 hours trying to figure out whatever the thing is, but I feel like they're kind of handing it to me right now. Ah, what on earth do you mean?
Yes, can't I fill the rest of us in, Mr. Justice?
If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then, after making her call, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon yokai, or whatever you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Filch in a Tenma Taro costume. The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LaBelle, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter, why yes,
the two would have crossed paths.
Right, except Miss Tenma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. Ah, my eyes, my beautiful eyes. That felt good. That felt satisfying. I want to see him suffer. Yes, suffer. All right. Not so fabulous scent now, is it? Bonk.
But Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession from the hall, then where was he when he heard it?
Inside the Fox chamber, where else?
But isn't that within the very crime scene?
It is, Your Honor, and that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you? I know you're the killer.
Silence.
And come on, let me have a little bit of moment. Foolish fop, true man knows when he is beaten. Shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth upbared. That was just a bunch of words. Let me try that again. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with sword of truth. I don't know, man. I'm reading it right. It just means nothing to me. What does that mean, Blackwell? I'm not a samurai. Also, neither are you. You're British. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sides here, save for my cold, steely edge of judgment. You are alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and sickly sweet perfume. Yeah. Okay, so he's kind of a man of honor. I mean, he's a samurai. Obviously, he's a man of honor. Whoa, what just happened? Blackwell's really tearing into him. You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? Deviant dandy, ew. That sounds playful. You deviant dandy. For the sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki. Without either of them noticing, you were right there in the Fox chamber. Oh my. So that's how it's going to be. Fine. I'll come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being there in the Fox Chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. But I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. And now that's going to make you even more accused. Because you did lie about it. Now you are going to be accused. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself. You'd better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle. Yes, of course. I was just about to get to that. Bonk.
Your witness was skating on thin ice. I'll remind you that perjury is a very serious crime.
It's never been serious, but for the sake of fun, let's pretend it is. It's very serious in the real world. I'm just talking strictly in this game. Nobody cares about perjury. It's fine. He'll be fine.
Now, let's hear your testimony again, this time without your perfume of lies.
Dun, 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 dun. In the Fox Chamber. I did enter the Fox Chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. What I saw there up close, it was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen. Okay.
From behind the screen, why yes, I believe you wouldn't be spotted if you were there.
Is that true? Oh, we don't have a real good visual on that. Yeah. Yeah, so you could see everything without being spotted by the victim or the Tanuki Filch. Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to events rather than the actual third party. All right, we have another ad break coming up here. Hope they're fun and entertaining ads. We're going to keep on going, and I'll fill you in with what you missed out on in a bit. This guy's as slippery as an eel. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? Well, he was in the Fox Chamber, so at least that must be true. Bonk.
The defense may cross-examine a slightly voyeuristic witness.
All right, here we go. All right, come on. Come on. Why in the world would you enter that grisly crime scene? Why? Because I was worried sick. Mayor Denma's suit. It what? It was designed personally by me. I was worried my work of art might get blood on it. This man clearly has his priorities in order. Okay, let's get this over with, shall we? Now, where was I? Oh, yes, I entered the Fox Chamber without thinking. Okay.
Hold it!
I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. Why didn't you enter right away? And ruin my designer shoes? Your shoes? Even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear. It sends chills down my spine. That's where I hesitated. That's terrible. A man was dying and another injured, and you were worried about your shoes?
Silence.
Need I remind you, this is a court of law. We are not teaching morality here. You know, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't think you could attack someone like that. I mean, in this court, it doesn't matter because there are no rules. It's whatever, but... yeah, you probably couldn't do that. You probably couldn't be like... I guess maybe you could. If there was a jury, it might be something you might be able to do. But it'd be pretty tough to get away with. We have schools of etiquette and the like for such trivial pursuits. Gah! Now you listen to me, you deceptive dandy. Get to the point and be quick about it. Oh yes, well I was, in fact, in the Fox Chamber, but but... All right, welcome back from ads, everybody. Hope they were fun and entertaining. We didn't really learn much. The guy just says he didn't rush in because he didn't want to get his shoes all bloody. He's a loser. Wait a second. Why did you hide yourself? Oh my, so you do understand. I do? By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, which for the sake of the universe is something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking, right? I'm sensing a black hole of egocentricity forming around the witness stand. We can deliberate his mental process another time. Get on with the testimony now. Well, regarding the murder scene. All right. Could you describe the crime scene in a bit more detail? And what exactly would you like details about? Well, what I'd like to ask you about is, I guess I can do this multiple times. I think the feathers and tracks is the important part here. Because when they were placed is important. Also, I guess looking if the Forbidden Chamber was open. What do you remember about the yokai feathers and tracks? They resulted when Tenmataro exited the Forbidden Chamber. He came out in quite a rush, scattering the feathers this way and that. Did you immediately know it was Mr. Filch? I did, and that's why I suggested we cook up our alibis together. And how did those practice sessions go? They were nearly the death of me. Filchy has to be the worst student ever. He really doesn't think he's done anything wrong, does he? Oh, no, he does. He does know. He knows what he did is wrong. Bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you consider his statement to be of any importance?
Is it important? I'm gonna go not so important right now. Because I want to hear about the Forbidden Chamber first. It's probably not particularly important. No, Your Honor. Witness may proceed. All right, then. I would just like to add that it was a terribly grisly scene as I have described. All right, I'm going to do this one, but I'll have to come back. Actually, no, let's just do this while I'm here. Should do this while I'm here. Let's talk about the Forbidden Chamber. Could you please describe the Forbidden Chamber at the time? It was shut tight until the mayor opened it. He's really trying to stress that it was the mayor who opened the Forbidden Chamber. That big liar, he opened it himself. Whoa, it looks like if looks could kill, LaBelle would be toast. Bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you consider this statement to be of any importance?
I don't know. I don't really know if that's important right now. I'm going to say no, but I'll try the murder weapon, see what that one's all about. All right, let's check the murder weapon one and see what that one is. It's probably the feathers and tracks. I don't think it's this one. Could you describe the state of the weapons that have been used at the scene? The spear had been thrust all the way through Alderman QB. Am I crazy? What is this? Yeah, it was a spear. Then there was that statue the Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Tenma. That incredibly inspiring symbol had fallen on the floor. Ooh. Oh, right, the statue. But why would you find it inspiring? Yeah, I think that might be it. Why exactly did you find the statue inspiring? Ha ha ha. Well, when I saw that statue, it felt as if the murder had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between the town and the village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. A broken statue next to a bloody corpse. Real inspiring. Bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you consider the statement to be of any importance?
Yes, I do. It's very important. Good thing I talked to all of them. I believe that is to be extremely important. I requested it be added to the testimony. That's important because the only way he would know that is if he saw the statue put together, which means he saw it before it was used as the murder weapon. Oh yeah, baby. I got you. Good thing I listened to all three. A token of goodwill. Are you referring to the Fox and Demon statue? Yes, the statue the alderman allegedly used to strike back at Mayor Tenma. The mayor trampled down municipal goodwill and only to be clobbered by its symbol. It's quite ironic, don't you think? That's when the symbol of goodwill was transformed into a symbol of conflict. I think it's that, but let's press the last statement here. Just for funsies. The mayor had been knocked out by a blow to the head. Could he really have opened the Forbidden Chamber in that state? Well, it did seem difficult. He was all woozy and stumbling around as he opened it. It was such heroic effort, I nearly started to cheer him on despite myself. I think the mayor needed medical attention more than cheerleader. You think he's telling the truth about being in that room? Well, I believe he was there. Question is, when did he enter? You mean, did he enter after Jinxie fled? Or was he there before the murder? If it's the latter, that would change everything. Right. If he was there before the murder, that would make him a suspect. But how do we go about proving that? Well, I guess we ask him about what happened there? Anyway, let's press him and see what kind of info we can extract from him. Let's cross our fingers that whatever he says it reveals something incriminating. He did. I think I'm right with this here, where a statue fell to the ground. He only would know that this, because otherwise it looks like they're fighting. So he only knows this is a good thing because he used it to kill. Let's just make a save.
Objection!
Go, my statue. It would be funny if I threw the statue at him, killed him. Oh, my bad. Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. Lobel. What possibly could you mean? You said the statue was like a celebration of union between town and village. Is that correct? It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill. As if they were celebrating the municipal murder. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Is something the matter? So, how did you really know the statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Yeah, you're starting to catch on. Justice Dono, explain yourself and make it quick. This statue was meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form, but that was a secret. A secret? Whatever do you mean? What I mean is that it broke when someone used it to strike Mayor Tenma on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out. The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that locked room. For Miss Tenma is the only living soul who should know what it once looked like. So, Mr. Lobel, where could you have possibly seen the statue in its original form? What do you mean, where? The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form. Right there in the room where Alderman was murdered before it was broken. How dare you? Bonk.
Mr. Justice, are you accusing the witness of some sort of crime?
I mean, he's done a lot of crime, just the perjury alone. But yes, I'm accusing him of murder. Yes. Yes, I am. Florent LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Alderman Rex QB. Let's go. Finally, we did it. I mean, it's just an accusation, but...
Yes, finally. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order. Mr. LaBelle, you've been accused of murder. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
How could you possibly accuse me, the embodiment of beauty? Way to go, Apollo. This is conclusive evidence we needed. Magnifico. Well, it's not evidence. I'm just accusing him, guys. Let's calm down. I'm just accusing him. We got you now. We know you killed the alderman. Now admit it.
Silence.
Come on, man. Yeah, we still need a third day, by the way. Unless, I guess we could. Could we do this in 2 days? I don't know. Enough of your silly games, Justice Dono. This prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer.
Objection.
What are you talking about? His alibi has already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence.
Why could he have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? After all, he was close friends with the alderman. Ergo. Yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman QB told me about it. About what the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine.
Objection!
Oh, man. Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that.
Silence.
Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime. It has? How was it? Forgotten, have we? Recall the little scamp statement of will, or statement, if you will. When Jinxie Tenma unlocked the Fox chamber, she saw the alderman and the mayor collapse therein, and no one else. Oh, dang it. The fact is that you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florent LaBelle could not have possibly have been locked in that room. No. Oh, I'm out of screams, guys. I'm out of screams. I just don't get it. Could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle? The proof is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right, your baldness?
It does seem awfully conclusive. The facts point to the defendant and victim being the only people in that locked room. Moreover, the defendant has already confessed.
Objection. Silence.
You did what? You didn't even let me. You didn't even let me speak. You not defend the indefensible. Rolling his charade is over, Justice Dono. But. Your baldness. This trial would last an eternity if we were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons. It is high time you brought down the hammer of justice.
A point well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict.
Bonk. Oh my god. Phoenix! 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 I need you. Come here, please. Save me.
This court finds the defendant Damien Tenma.
Phoenix. Oh, that works too.
It would seem that my time is at hand.
Oh my god. What am I trying this for? I don't have the voice for this right now. Alright. Mayor Tenma?
Counselor, there is a matter which I must discuss, or I must testify. I recall it now, only for your good graces.
Counselor? Alright, he must mean me. Has he finally remembered what happened before the blow to his head? Bailiff, don't just stand there, seize him. It's no good, I can't restrain him.
Caw. Know me in despair. For I am Tenma Taro, Demon Lord of the Yokai.
Oh no. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Mr. Justice, do something.
Me? What am I gonna do about it? I'm not an exorcist. Call Maya. She's also not an exorcist. I don't think we have an exorcist. Well, I guess Jinxie is technically, but, you know. It's one of mine responsible for the court security. Apollo, this is our chance. We might get some new information out of him. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe a due process demands that we hear him out even if he's a yokai.
Why do you put it that way? Still, I believe his testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world.
Once again, spoilers for the first trilogy. Spoilers for the first trilogy. Judge, do you remember who we cross-examined? Do you remember that we cross-examined a literal dead person? Sorry, major spoilers. Do you remember that we cross-examined and convicted a dead person? Do you remember when we did that, Your Honor? But Apollo didn't do that. That was the first trilogy. Yeah, and a parrot. And a parrot for that matter. But you do realize, like, you have sentenced a ghost to death. Well, not. You just sentenced, you made her guilty. You did originally sentence her to death, but she came back and we sentenced her again. So you do realize you did this. Is this a meta joke? Was he like a Men in Black mind snapped? Have we forgotten that there are literal ghosts and ghouls? I tell you, it was a spirit, but like it's the same thing. I can't tell if they're like, oh, supernatural isn't a thing, but like it is. It's very ingrained in this trilogy, in both trilogies. It's like a key component. But I guess not in this one. Unprecedented. It's an absurdity. An absurdity, more like. Bonk.
All right, then, Mr. Damien Tenma, or should I say Tenmataro. Your testimony, please.
I shall now speak of recollections most real, courtesy of my host Damien Tenma. Heed these words, mortals, for hear them. But once you shall, caw.
I feel like I can press you as many times as I want, though, so I can probably hear it many times. The ruler of demon kind.
Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly 2 yokai did appear. On one side, I, Tenmataro, ruler of demon kind, and the other my mortal enemy, the nine-tailed fox.
So the defendant is asserting that the room he was in was very dark at the time?
Strange as it may be, yes indeed. All was in darkness.
And the part about Tenmataro and the nine-tailed fox being there?
Yes, that too. Tenmataro towered overhead of the nine-tailed fox glittered gold. I call by animal abuse, Your Honor.
It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted.
Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy. As if half-dreamt, the happening lingers in his mind.
Apollo, maybe I can help here. Really? Oh, you mean... Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart. I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event. Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us again. All right. Scan. Jarvis, read this man's emotion. All right. Barely conscious of Damien amid the darkness. Suddenly 2 yokai appeared, so sad and shocked. One side eye, Tenmataro, ruler of demon kind. And the other... Oh, why are you happy about that? Why are you happy about your mortal enemy?
Got it.
When the nine-tailed fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well. Joy? Perhaps it was the joy of the light coming into my eyes at long last. A long, terrible creaking did pierce the silence, and then there was light. On reflection, it was the door that it produced the infernal racket. A creaking door. Oh, you must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise. So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened. What about the sudden light that he described? I think I know. He mentioned darkness and Tenmataro towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox Chamber at the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here? The Forbidden Chamber. Make a save because I'm a little baby. Were you in the Fox Chamber? The Forbidden Chamber? Oh, was it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering Tenmataro you saw most likely was the Forbidden Chamber's statue. Why, yes, that would explain it. The darkness and the staff of the demon's grasp. But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? Maybe he was seeing things? Just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai. Fantasico, Apollo. It's all entirely possible. In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events. Misremember, you say? Let me think. I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox, it was the amazing Ninetails. What? The amazing Ninetails? At first, this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, most I clearly do recall it. 'Twas the amazing Ninetails who did open the Forbidden Chamber's door. What? So QB opened up the door. All right, so we're getting down. I'm sorry I asked. The amazing Ninetails? But that was the victim Alderman QB, right? Yeah, why would he open the Forbidden Chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Never mind that. This is completely new information. Let me enter and run an update. All right, here we go. All right. Info update. Now you're not sad about it? Wait, suddenly the door did open in a shaft of life, so why are you happy here? And the last one, info update. You were happy about that as well?
Got it.
Why are you happy about him? The unexpected emotion is right. Here? Really? You're sure about that? Yeah, can't you see it? Maybe if you look really hard? Just keep staring and maybe. Apollo, this isn't a game of where's emo? Sorry, I'm way off. At least make an effort next time. Okay, let me try that again. What do you suppose the main thing Ninetails is up to? Good question. Why help an enemy like that? Wasn't he opposed to the mayor's merger plan? Well, at least now we know why the room suddenly lit up. Must have been a huge relief for the mayor.
I mean, just thinking about being trapped in the pitch black room freaks me out. Suddenly the door did open. A shaft of light did pierce the gloom. Yeah, happy and sad. Maybe it's the sad.
Got it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. When the Amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy, but didn't you also feel shock and sadness? I mean, the shock makes sense, at least. Yes. In the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the Fiend's Cape of Red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably wash over me. Okay, we're almost there. A cape of red? Apollo, we've reduced the noise level. Oh, but there's still a little left. Mayor Tenma, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why indeed? What could this mean? I guess his memory's still a little spotty. I know because his latest recollection contradicts the evidence. Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face. Something this obvious could arise when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into its definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see. Oh, so it's basically the same as usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look at a contradiction. Here comes justice. This is new, but I can't press either. Okay. Barely conscious was Damien here in the Forbidden Chamber. The mighty statue Tenma loomed overhead. Suddenly the door opened. The shaft did pierce the gloom. You know, he has a red cape. Does he have a red cape? He doesn't have a cape at all. I guess we just present that. I don't think he has a cape. You said that Amazing Ninetales' cape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Mayor Tenma, does this cape look red to you? Does he even have a cape? Oh, I guess it is. I thought it was like his hair, but I guess it's like a cape out of hair. Oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the Amazing Ninetales is arrayed in a cape of red. So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so. And remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me. Probably blood. Blood. Juicy blood. Why did I say juicy? Why did I say juicy? I don't know why I said that. Let's just pretend I didn't. So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe the great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory? Well, he would have seen the Fox chamber behind the Amazing Ninetales. What red object could he have seen there that would have been so shocking? I know. Could it have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this? I don't see anything red. I don't see anything red. Is it... there's blood on it. Foolish mortal, do you mock me? Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I have no recollection of seeing such an item. You must cease this practice of leaping before looking. Sorry.
Ah, that's human demon double punch. Apollo, think of something that's red and could produce a feeling of sadness. Take a good look at the evidence again. Oh, I didn't get punished for that. Okay. What else is red here? Is it the blood? I guess it kind of looks like a cape, I guess. I don't know. What else is red? I guess we just try the crime scene photo here. Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be Mr. Tenma? What you saw was the alderman's blood? Okay, so it was blood. I guess I used to use the picture. Okay. Blood? Why? Yes, it was blood. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man. Oh, man. It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape I saw. It was lying behind the Ninetales alderman's bloody body. Blood. Oh. So somebody was wearing the costume. All right. Noise level 0. Bye-bye. His noise level went down to 0. I think he's remembered everything now. Does this mean the Amazing Ninetales killed Alderman QB? But Alderman was the Amazing Ninetales, so how exactly would that work? I mean, you could just take the mask off. Hey, I asked you first. Bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated.
True, but at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover...
Silence.
Boy, don't you think this is strange? This little scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber. But he said not about seeing the Amazing Ninetales there. Was LaBelle jacked? I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe. But unfortunately, I think it might be true. Unfortunately, it might be true. But she said not about seeing the Amazing Ninetales there. Yeah, you just had to bring that up, didn't you? Jinxie didn't see LaBelle either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then?
Would the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistencies between the defendant's testimony?
Sure, let's give it a shot. Whoops. Sure, why not? Yeah, of course. I can explain it. Because if we don't, we're in serious trouble. Not with more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Don't Know. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. What about a good old-fashioned penalty? Bonk. Is he actually gonna kill me? Wait, does Justice die if I can't explain this? Oh my gosh. Please tell me Phoenix or Apollo actually gets murdered. That would be a crazy.
Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders.
First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation. So let's consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim, her father, Mayor Tenma?
A very good question indeed. And I suppose you have an answer for us.
Was Florent LaBelle pretending to be him? Because he does change his hair all the time. Sadly, you would be supposing wrong. You think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? Well, if she did, the question is, why did she do that? Bonk.
Well, how about an explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe the time of questions is over. The defense asserts that Florent LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tenma has testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she has in fact misremembered the event, what could have made her do so?
I'm gonna do this because there really wasn't anything to save. Okay. It was disguised. The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florent LaBelle disguised as Damien Tenma.
Silence.
Man, obsessive beauty, six-pack abs are indeed beautiful. I think you're right. I think you're right. Florent is jacked. Therefore, Your Honor, the only way to prove that Florent LaBelle is the murderer is to see his washboard abs. Your Honor, I request that Florent LaBelle take off his shirt in the courtroom. For court reasons. For science. I actually don't want to look at him. I don't. He's the only guy who doesn't look good with a six-pack. Man. This is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise?
Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces.
Maybe the disguise completely hid his face. I think Jinxie would have mentioned it if she couldn't see her father's face. And if it was sort of a disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Oh, right. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. No, don't kill me. I think I'll pass. I died. Did he actually kill me? Huh. Are you okay, Apollo? He threw something at me. Ow. I'm not fine. Am I? Well, now that we have that little fairy tale out of the way, your baldness, your verdict, if you will. Was that an insta-kill? Was that an insta-kill? That's a lie. They said... what's even left for me to do? Apollo, remember what Mr. Wright always... Oh, okay, so this is a fake-out death? Okay. It's a fake-out. When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down. Turn the case upside down. He does say that, doesn't he? I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He'd never unmask himself in front of the others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your own mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. She was wearing the mask. He was wearing the mask. And what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of the others. Can these facts turn things around? Yes, they can. Oh my gosh. It's all coming together. We got it all backwards. Apollo? I think we might have made a huge mistake. Your baldness. I see no need to further indulge them in their silly farce. The defense is no proof. They never did, and they never will.
Then it seems I must announce my verdict.
One more thing. I do have proof. Do you now?
All right, but this better be good, Mr. Justice.
We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father. Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place. These riddles are inextricably linked. I don't know if that's how you say the word. Inextricably? I think I got that right. Linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. A piece of evidence that clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity is a save, because I don't want to be wrong. I don't like being wrong, so let's just make a save. But it's the mask. What absolute claptrap, poppycock balderdash. We thought the alderman was the amazing Ninetails, and the mayor was Tenma Taro. That's why we believe the mayor killed the alderman in his lust for the Ninetails veil. And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tenma wasn't Tenma Taro at all. He was the amazing Ninetails. My mind is exploding. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go.
What's this?
You best explain yourself, Justice Dono. And from where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion. Jinxie no doubt knew about the true identity of the amazing Ninetails, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetails she saw passed out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Florent LaBelle in disguise. This is crazy, dude. The accused and the accused and that deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. A little scamp would have seen the difference. Remember Mr. LaBelle had his very own brand of cosmetics? Why couldn't he fake a different build too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence.
Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection.
Oh, you don't know your wrestling lore, do ya? A masked wrestler disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing Ninetails, she would never dare unmask him. Gah. I don't know what I'm doing with this voice anymore. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. Bonk.
Then by all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already.
First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where Mayor and Alderman were talking. I suspect he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the Alderman was out cold... Oh, there we go. There we go. That's when Mr. LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, who had also been drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completely disguised by donning the amazing Ninetails mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene. So then, the person who said I killed Mr. Altman and QB was... Yup, that was Florent LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence.
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Objection.
No, you twisted samurai. This time, you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Yo! He's getting in it, Neon. He's aura farming right now, Neon. See? It has to be at the end of the case. Is this going to be a 2-day case? There's no way they twist it from here and we have to go investigate a third time. Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the Forbidden Chamber so he could drag the mayor back out into the Fox Chamber.
Oh, so the Amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was... Right. It was LaBelle opening the Forbidden Chamber. He's doing it. He's doing it. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch, in his Tenmataro disguise, ran as fast as he could away from the room. Oh my gosh, it's all coming together. As he did, he left behind the trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mare back into the fox chamber.
I see. Well, that all certainly does make sense.
Then after dragging the mare back into the fox chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out of the window and fled the room. Oh my gosh. All right. For this absurd theory to work, it requires that defendant to be the Ninetales, the Amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. Now that such an individual could possibly be the Amazing Ninetales is preposterous. The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. Because now we have the blackmail note. I forgot about the blackmail note all the way back. Where is it? Oh, did he take it? Oh yeah, they took it back. But there was a blackmail note. Oh my gosh, it's all coming together. God, this madness. No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot. No one except a killer as an insane as his plot. I'd say Florent LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortal, it is at your own peril that you forget who I am. Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Jinxie will be safe just as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the Ninetales, are Amazing Ninetales, aren't you? Oh my god, what a time for an ad break. What a time for an ad break. Enjoy your ads. I will fill you in. What up, Florent? I hope he just confesses. You have quite the active imagination. Mayor 10. Also, he's not the Joker anymore. See, he's back to his original blonde. Back to OG blonde. No more Joker. Mayor Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales. Oh, he's the Amazing Ninetales.
Objection!
No way. What do you mean? Well, the mayor has the mayor admitted to it yet? That's just... And even if he did admit such nonsense... Wait! The mayor was... But he retired. So does that mean he passed the mantle on? Oh my gosh, wait. He might have been, and then he passed it on to LaBelle. Oh, man. I would reveal the truth behind Tenmataro right here and now. What? Why, you wouldn't dare reveal such a secret. My good friend, the alderman, told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth with the superstitions, now would it? The truth behind Tenmataro. What's he talking about? So go ahead, say it. Say I am the Amazing Ninetales. I dare you.
Objection!
Wait, will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Tenma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tenmataro's secret. A dark, terrible truth that has to be kept secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the Amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth? Right. I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. So what now, Justice Dono? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle. I'll show you who's useless. Apollo, don't you dare give up now. I know.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle's statements warrant thorough cross-examination. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Welcome back from ads, everybody. There's something suspicious going on. Apparently, if Mayor Tenma admits to being the Nine-Tails Veil Fox, something bad's going to happen. That LaBelle knows. So I guess now we're going to cross-examine him again. After all, the true identity of the Nine-Tails is the cornerstone of this case.
You do have a point there.
Bunk.
Please answer this court, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant the Amazing Nine-Tails or not?
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. The Amazing Nine-Tails' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon the Nine-Tails Veil, just as the superstitions say. What am I supposed to cross-examine? Talk about the pot into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure.
Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the Amazing Nine-Tails, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here.
And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know how Alderman QB was the Amazing Nine-Tails anyway. I mean, that's how Nine-Tails Veil made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the Amazing Nine-Tails, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, LaBelle is going to expose the secret behind Tenma Taro. Ah, we're so close, I know it. Bonk.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
All right, here we go. This whole case makes sense if the mayor is the Amazing Nine-Tails. I know you used his mask to create the illusion of the locked room murder.
Silence.
Nothing more than idle speculation. You've no evidence now, have you?
Objection.
Mr. LaBelle knows what the statue originally looked like. That means he had to be in the Fox Chamber while it was still locked tight. Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman QB. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, but what's that? The Alderman's dead. Looks like this joke's on you, my sweaty little friend. Hello? You don't mind if I wring his neck? Not until we win the case. When we win it, have at him. We have to win it first. Wait in line because I'm going first. Yes. Yes. What a good line. Temper, temper. Anyway. Oh my gosh.
Hold it.
The only nonsense here in this court is you and your assertions. Tisk tisk. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help the blossom within you bloom. God! You like that, didn't you? Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers. Oh dear, please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wilted attorney here is utter nonsense. All right.
Hold it.
You'd be arrested, wouldn't you?
Yes, it's true. I would be sacrificed upon the altar of justice despite my innocence. But what a terrible loss for the world that would be for the future of humankind's cosmetic needs. It is a tragedy that must be averted. Defend me if you understand this.
Silence.
Nah, I don't think I care. The only terrible loss is the time wasted by your ceaseless yammering. If you would avert the tragedy awaiting you, and that vexing visage of yours, then...
Yes, I know. Get on with it, my testimony. Anyhow, suffice to say, should the mayor admit the defense is nonsense, I will make good on my threat and... Oh, your threat? Sorry, huh? What's your threat? Why did you just admit to that? Do it then. Because otherwise it's a blackmail thing. Are you admitting to blackmailing the mayor? You can't do that. And just how did you learn of the so-called truth behind Tenmataro? Alderman QB told me all about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Tenmataro.
Why would he share such secrets with you, Mr. LaBelle?
Because of the alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. She appreciated it so much she shared secrets with me.
Oh, he did. My bad. Wait, he did? Did he threaten the alderman in the addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned about the Forbidden Chamber.
Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind Tenmataro.
Hold it.
Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say?
Exactly. Telling others what Tenmataro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why superstitions were written down in the first place.
And ruin coming to the village if you free him. Is that a warning not to expose the truth?
Pingo. And that truth is Tenmataro is a great, greed-inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetails Vale is all about.
Tenmataro is a great fortune? Come to think of it. only that it's it's the greatest get-rich quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. Could Tenmataro actually be the Forbidden Chamber treasure? Telling the villagers that Tenmataro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber within, or in the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept secret all this time.
Well. It seems our ace attorney has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed.
I hear Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do.
Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as the Tenmataro exists. That's why the secret must be protected.
Well, it's gone. Whatever the secret is, it's gone. Because that one guy took it. So, there's nothing in there anymore. As long as Tenmataro exists, huh? Mr. LaBelle's, please add that statement to your testimony. Okay. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tenmataro exists. So, in other words, tragedy wouldn't occur if there were no Tenmataro.
Yes, I suppose, though. But that's wishful. Mrs. LaBelle? Yes. You don't have to say.
As long as Tenmataro exists, huh? How's the mayor supposed to admit his secret identity now? Well, we have to find a way to make him say it, or our entire case unravels. There must be a hole in LaBelle's testimony somewhere. I mean, it's the piece that we just opened up, right? Alright, so tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Tenmataro exists. The sole document showing what Tenmataro looks like. Seems though who foolishly choose to depict this demon are cursed. There's the blood. I don't know. Soul documents showing what Temataro looks like. It seems those who feel are cursed. So as long as people keep making it, they get cursed? Maybe it's that?
Objection!
I don't think it's that. No, it can't be that. Alright, so it's not that. I guess maybe it's not. It doesn't have to be this. No, it has to be this piece. What would it be? Jinxie is now the only one who knows what it looks like. Well, I mean, I guess supposedly he did too. What else do we got here? Now being ruined upon Nine Tails, expose the truth. He's not Mayor Tenma. I'm gonna go back here. I think this is probably wrong, but I want to try the other option, which was saying that Mayor Tenma was the Amazing Nine Tails, and see what that does. So that might add a different piece to the testimony here. I feel like it's wrong, but we'll give it a shot here, just to test. Did the bell want to take the treasure? Maybe. Okay, no, so this is what it has to be then, because this is staying there. Oh boy. Remember what I said? That they're easy and they guide you to the answer? This is what happens. I mean, I prefer this, then I get to figure it out. It says it fled toward the foyer. Photo of the hero who sparked the monster craze. But wouldn't this have stopped it? Wouldn't this have stopped it?
Objection!
No. Consider the evidence. There's obviously something wrong with... Okay, it's just a different thing of me being wrong. Okay.
Hold it!
A tragedy would occur if there was no Tenmataro. I suppose, but that's wishful thinking or wishful whatever the heck. What would it be? I don't really know here. If no Tenmataro existed... I'm at a loss here. I don't really know what to do. If you have any suggestions, chuck them out. I really don't know where to go here. But I guess we could just start, you know, presenting evidence. I think it has to be this one, because why else would they let me... This feels like the only thing that I can contradict. Like, all the other statements are, like, leading into this. Could he have been working to Filch to steal it, or was Filch acting on his own? I think Filch was acting on his own, maybe. I mean, I guess we could try popping this in there. I guess you're right. Oh, yeah, because he already stole it. So okay. I just fully moved on. I literally said the answer and then was like, no. Because I was like, yeah, he already stole it. The treasure is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. I just completely forgot. Okay. I'm glad you helped me out there, Gare. Mr. LaBelle, what if Temataro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Tenmataro no longer existed? What on earth were you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Tenmataro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure in there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Temataro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure.
What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature.
We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Temataro has been stolen? Yep, Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. I know. My beautiful golden Tenmataro was. A greed inspired by Tenmataro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma?
The root of tragedy would seem to be gone.
In fact, I now recall the alderman revealing a secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Tenmataro.
I can't tell if he's in Mayor mode or Tenmataro mode, so I'm just gonna go with Tenmataro mode.
For he said to me the gold ingot was gone.
The gold ingot? You mean a treasure that is Tenmataro's true form?
Recall, if you will, the scroll of the Forbidden Chamber. The Tenmataro is a yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetales Vale. In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive from Ninetales Vale land that would become Tenma Town. But drive the villagers mad with greed did the great fortune. Bitter was their greed-fueled battle, as it was as they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became as a curse upon the village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that yokai Tenmataro came to be.
So, Tenmataro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tale or not, Tenmataro made quite a mess of things.
Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than the mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say. The love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Ninetales Vale. A thing so terrible that Tenmataro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenma Town would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history.
Mr. Mayor, now that we know Tenmataro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, are you?
No, don't do it. Please, no.
Well, too bad.
Begone, you demented demon!
Oh, he's back. Now, where was I?
The Golden Lord of the Yokai, the amazing Ninetales, is indeed me.
Yeah! And that means Jinxie. Oh, Jinxie's here. She's been here the whole time. Yes? The man wearing the mayor's clothes, who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber, he was wearing the amazing Ninetales mask. Uh-huh. That's what he made me think it was, Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman QB that day, so it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it?
It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the alderman.
Yeesh, Rube Goldberg machines have less elaborate setups than LaBelle schemes.
You may rest now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through.
Caw, caw, caw! That's the true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman Cubey, but Florent LaBelle did. How dare you, peasant? No. Ah, satisfying. No, let it end. Let it end. Just the Stono. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you decide to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? How are we gonna go to day 3? How is this gonna go to day 3? This is so cut and dry. What's this guy want now? Evidence is like a razor's sharp blade that cuts through bone as though it were butter. But you will have only blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake.
He has you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law.
But... Right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword, you will live and die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? Oh, crud. Do I have anything conclusive? Yeah, of course I do. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need to. Gonna finally prove Mayor Tenma's innocent. Here comes justice. I've got nothing in my brain. All right, let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Ninetales. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Ninetales is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Ninetales collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts that we have revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. But he didn't say anything about this evidence outside of the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. The Amazing Ninetales mask was outside of the crime scene. This is also really cool. What is this? What is this? Like Danganronpa? What is this? What is this, like Danganronpa ripoff? Oh, I know. The Amazing Ninetales mask I found was washed up along the river. What sort of clue does that mask hold? Oh shoot, what did it have? It had his white hair, right? White hair inside. What is this? What is this? This is sick. And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Oh shoot, that would mean it's Rex Cubies. That doesn't make sense though. Maybe because there was a fight? The hair in the blast... Okay, that wasn't it. So the true identity of the Amazing Ninetales is the Alderman? No, of course it isn't. What am I thinking? Okay, let's think about it again. So I guess it was... But his hair isn't white, it's golden. Oh, because he bleaches... Oh, he keeps... Oh my gosh, it's because he keeps changing his hair color. His hair is white. He's naturally white. He just keeps dyeing his hair. Probably because he bleached it.
Right. That's Flora LaBelle's hair. Yes, now that's what I call the conclusive evidence. Yes.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court?
Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will.
What mask? How is that conclusive evidence?
It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Cubey.
Yes, but the amazing Ninetales as we see now is Mayor Tenma, so...
That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you thinking? I've never had hideous white hair like that. Oh, but you do have it. You do have hideous white hair.
Silence.
It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. The freakish fop is not the white hair type. Because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color from one or color or another.
Objection.
No, Prosecutor Blackwell, it's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? It was washed up by the side of the river. Oh, because it washed out? Because his hair coloring thing washes out easily. Oh my gosh, the hair washes out in the water. Oh my gosh. Let's go. With that in mind, I know what to present. The last piece of evidence will solve all the riddles. Oh, that's...
What is that?
This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The court will also recall that the amazing Ninetales' mask washed up along the side of the village river with the white hair inside it. What's this? Are you saying that Preening Peacock's hair color is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. Get him. But thanks to the river flowing through the Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. Yeah, we gotta pour water on him. A DNA test is all we need to prove it. And we both know we'll get a match. Thank you for the hydration, Gare. Admit it. Florent LaBelle. You were the one who killed Alderman Rex Cubey. Oh my gosh. Please let it be over. You... Peasant. How dare you? My profane beauty. I gotta exterminate you. My makeup. Yes, die. I think he's gone too far. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hello, this is LaBelle. What? The project is off? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out. LaBelle speaking. I'm fired. You mean I'm no longer Mayor Tenma's aide? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me? $100 million. I'm finished. I'm washed up. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Yeah, put the makeup back on, please. This is preposterous. Simon Blackwell, defeated. Yes. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order in the court.
That was fun to voice. I like him when he's pathetic, when he's a loser. Bonk.
Well, this is a quite unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head, just like that other lawyer, Phoenix Wright.
Wait, that was a compliment, right?
Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent LaBelle?
I killed him. Your Honor, I killed him. I cut his head off and I'm hanging it in my lobby because, yeah, the defaced man is withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the golden ingot, known as the Ten Mataro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to the Ninetales Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger. But the efforts of the Ninetales saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. This was pretty elaborate, though. One of the more elaborate murders in the game series, I think. Not crazy, but very elaborate.
I see. But what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place? Mr. LaBelle doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid.
LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such ferocity. Bad for him, someone else had gotten to it first anyway. Bonk.
I see. Very well, then. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma,
not guilty. Yay! We did it! Hey, you don't have to do that anymore, buddy. You can stop being a possessed man. Woo, we did it!
Court is adjourned.
Bonk. The final bonk. Oh yeah, baby. April 19th, 1:23 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. There's your train whistle. That was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming. Just got lucky, I guess. You banished Ten Mataro from Ninetales Vale like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too? He could have set it up so the mayor murdered the alderman and then died from the counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch that LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the Amazing Ninetales' true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was the Amazing Ninetales. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder, the wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, did it not come through? I thought I fixed that. I don't know if it came through. This new mic is really, it's like, it cuts, it's not a new mic, the new system is cutting stuff through. I don't know if it picks it up at all. That sucks. Oh, it came through? All right, I will work on it. This new mic is very finicky. It's very plug and play. It doesn't let me just rip the microphone raw, so I have to like do extra stuff to get it to pick up stuff. Oh, I get it. If the Amazing Ninetales was just killed, he'd die a hero. But if he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger much easier. Right. Then, when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he'd be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why are you acting like Ten Mataro again? Let this be of no concern to you. How could it not concern me? Ten Mataro, be gone! Ah!
Jinxie, it seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you.
Papa, you're finally back.
Yes, it would have seemed Ten Mataro's no match for you.
I'm scared of that silly I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore. Your father's free now, Jinxie. Isn't that great?
Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Yay! That's how trauma goes away, guys. You watch two people do it once, and then it's okay forever. Wait, isn't Jinxie actually smiling? Look at her. She's so pretty. She's so cute.
This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the Amazing Ninetales will have to retire, though.
Aw, how come?
Once everyone hears I'm the Amazing Ninetales, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people, another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how it could possibly continue.
Yeah, no expensive therapy lesson. Yeah, it's easy. That easy.
I think you've misjudged yourself. Take a look outside.
Say, now that you mention it, what's all that noise out there?
A big crowd gathered from outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask.
No, the man behind...
I can't. I'm too brain rotted. And to the root of your return to the wrestling ring.
Rooting for me, but I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes.
The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa.
Jinxie.
Here, I think you'll be needing this back. My attorney's badge. No, I'm going to give them the mask. I think you can mess these up, but I'm going to give him the mask.
Thank you. Now, if you would excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting.
Yeah! They love me. They really love me. What? Whoa. How did you do that? How did bro do that? Yeah. What a guy. What a guy. What a crazy ending. I sure hope they can settle the problems between Tenma Town and Ninetales Vale. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer / killer is behind bars and the merger's no longer an issue. Plus, the Amazing Ninetales is obviously still a hit. And I suspect the Ninetales will be too. And it's a hit because we believed in our client, just like you said. Okay, people. Now that we've got this one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Yeah, let's go get a burger. I love burgers. My favorite Japanese food are hamburgers. I could go for a good hamburger. That is a reference to the original trilogy where they changed, was it ramen? Yeah, they changed ramen to burgers for Maya's favorite food. And it was very funny. Because she kept talking about how she wanted to eat a cheeseburger. And it's hilarious. I think it was just a normal burger. I don't know if it was a cheeseburger. But anyway, moving on. Better keep eating, Apollo. Oh, better keep eating, Apollo. Or you might have to start looking up at me. Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours, too. Are you kidding me? She's 18. She's definitely not done growing, dude, right? Yeah, she's not done growing. She's got a while to go. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Yeah, no, she's not done yet. Also, Apollo. Oh, do I not get Apollo on this list? I don't think we do. Apollo's like, I think he's 20, 29. He might be in his early 30s. So he might be done. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll grow is sideways. Roasted. Roasted. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without getting it out. A hollow leg? What does that mean? What does that mean? Really? Wow, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Just let them stick. Just let them try and stick on me. What is this? All right, already, you two. Let's get going before the old man closes shop. Eldune's Noodle. We're going to Eldune's. Eldune's is still around and kicking. Let's go. Eldune's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. I'm with Mr. Right. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Well, what are we waiting for? The noodles are on me today, so I expect something serious eating from you two. Yay, thanks, boss. I won't let you down. Athena has no idea what she's getting into. Yeah, bring it on, calories. Mr. Eldoon's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. She's no man. She's no man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. Until the dark age of the law seems so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. God. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at the Thymus Legal Academy. What? The case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. Whoa. Murder? There it is. And that will wrap us up for case number 2. We did it. 2 cases in the books. 3 more to go. Let's go to the games menu here. What an ending. Awesome. Beautiful. The seeds have been planted for a grand finale. I'm so excited. That was a lot of fun. I like it. And I'm really interested to see what the next one is going to be. So this game was a prequel to the first case we just did. So now I'm interested. I wonder where we're going to go now. This legal case, is this going to be another prequel? I don't know. But I'm excited. This was a lot of fun. If you enjoy this is a super long episode, almost reaching 3 hours. If you somehow managed by some miracle to get to the end of this episode, I appreciate it. And if you want to join these live streams, we stream here on YouTube and over on Twitch. Feel free to hop in. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you the next time when we tackle case 3.